the integral from -7 to of f of x. What does that mean in practical terms? What does that mean in practical terms? What is it asking really? The what?
The area under function.
What's the area under the function f of x from -7 to -3? Now, you can make tons of rectangles here, but we can actually find that out exactly. Why can we find that out exactly? Just by looking at it. It's a straight line, right? So if I wanted to shade the region from -7 to -3, what type of shape would that actually be? What type of shape would that be? It would be a rectangle. Exactly, it would be a rectangle. So this is what I'd like to use on this. So it's actually the base times, what is that going to be? 4 times 2, right? So that's going to be 8. And then this one's going to be 1/2 base times height. So what's that going to be? Not 4, what is it going to be? 2. So that's going to be a 3. Does everybody see what's going on here?
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's 2 right there. It's a different scale. So it kind of threw you for a loop. I totally missed it. For the third one, 0 to 3, what shape is that going to be? That's another what? It's another triangle, right? What's the area of a triangle?
1/2
Times 3 times? Ah, yes. So it's going to be -2 this time because it goes down. So what's the answer to this one going to be? -3. So if I go to purple now, from 3 to 6, goes up like this. See that right there? Hey, exactly. So this one's going to be 1/2 times what? 3 times, so it's 9/2. And then what about -7 to 0? What's -7 to 0 going to be? You can use answers that you've already have, right? It's going to be 8 plus 3, right? Equals what? It's the same 8 that you had here, and it's the same 3 you had right there. This actually shows you one thing about integrals. You can break them up. So the integral from -7 to 0 of f of x dx is equal to the integral from -7 to -3 of f of x dx plus what? The integral from -3 to 0 of f of x dx. That's reversible. So you can go back and forth right here. You can go back and forth. What about 0 to 6? What's it going to be from 0 to 6? What's it going to be from 0 to 6?
1.5.
Yeah, it's going to be -3 plus 9/2, which is -6/2 plus 9/2, which is 3/2. And what about -7 to 6? You have to add them all together, right? You add them all together?
Yeah.
And in this case, that's just going to be, we figured out the two of them, right? It's going to be 3/2 plus 1. So it's going to be what? Because it's -7 to 0 there and 0 to 6 right there. You put them together into this one right here. And what do you end up with? 12? 1 plus 3/2? It's 3/2 plus...
Isn't it 11?
Oh, it's 11. Thank you. I can almost write that correctly. So it's going to be what? 3/2 plus 22/2, so 25/2. So 12.5. Yes, absolutely. So what's nice about this piecewise? You figured out the x-intercepts using your calculator. What are the x-intercepts? X equals what? 135. So that polynomial actually therefore breaks down into what? X minus 1 times x minus 3 times? Exactly. So you're crossing at 1, 3, and 5. Did you find the y-intercept would be helpful? Oh, it's going to be -15. It's going to be way down, right? So what is this thing? It's going to go up and then down and then up. And I did not do that to scale, right? If you wanted to figure out how far up those, you could use your calculator to find what those are. Did you do that?
Yes, I did.
Did you do? What's the first one there? What's the highest between?
It's like about 1.84.
Yeah.
And then
And what's the height?
3.01.
So it's almost exactly 3. So it's kind of right up there. So it kind of goes up like this and then goes back down. And then what does it go down to? Anybody find it?
To x equals 4.15.
Yep.
And -3.07.
So something like this. So it kind of looks like this. A great way to label graphs like this, everybody, just label the points like A, B, C, D, and E, and then label each of them. We've done this before. Do you remember that vaguely? A, B, C, D, and E. So you label each of the points. You label each of them. You have A, B, C, D, and E. That's helpful. So now you need to evaluate from 0 to 5. From 0 to 5 with n equals 100. This thing just keeps going down, right? All the way to what? Yeah, 0, -15. So you have to use n equals 100 on your Riemann program. It would just be the integral from 0 to 5 of what? The absolute value of? 0 to 5, isn't it?
8.
No, it says 8.
Oh, 0 to 8. It changes it. You're absolutely right. 0 to 8. So what would you need to do on your calculator? What's the only thing you need to change on your calculator if you were going to do this? Does anybody know what the symbol is for absolute value? It's ABS. So what you would do is on your calculator in Y1, you would second insert in, where is, anybody know where, I think it's under math.
Or you can just go to the catalog.
You can go to the catalog, but where, oh, there it is. It's under math and it's number. And then you put the whole thing in parentheses. So when you type it into your calculator, it's going to look like this. Y1 is equal to ABS parentheses, I have it written like this, minus 9x squared plus 23x minus 15. And then you do the exact same thing. You run the program again. I want to run it, say continue yes, draw pictures no, left endpoint 0 to 8. And I want left. And how many n do I want? I want n equals, let's say, what did we say, 100 for the last one?